Good morning. It's Monday, March 28th. The time is 7:05 Central. It's 8:05 Eastern Time Zone. Are you guys frustrated? Did you have a good weekend? Did you guys know that this is going to all be over soon? I love you guys. And it's going to be a good week. We got lots planned. We're going to fight for truth. We're going to fight for love. We're going to do it together. Right? That's what we choose to do. So, you're tuned in to the Rise and Grind. I am RJ Shine. And I'm on time. Some say early a lot, but today I'm right on time. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get this week going nice and easy. Okay? We got enough stress. We don't need to wake up to stress in the morning. We need to wake up to smiles, the smell of freshly ground coffee, and my voice. Worldwide broadcasting. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. I love you. So, now we got the real birds in the background chirping because they can hear the birds in the song, right? So, good morning, everybody. How's everybody in the chat? Thank you guys for showing up so early in the morning. Maybe it's not so early for you. I don't know. Good morning, Tilly. Good morning, Joseph. Love you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, Becca Shine. Always. Miss Shine Moon Dancer. Good morning. So, what we have on the screen here is me. This was me in 1980. So, I came into this world only 7 months in the womb. And I was 3 pounds when I was born. And I died. Died a bunch of times. The nurses, my mom said, would come over and they would stick their hands in these little holes. And with 1 or 2 fingers, they would do little miniature CPR on me. And then I would come back to life again. And it wasn't long. It wasn't long after this day here. This was August 8th, 1980, when I was born, that they started putting 50 vaccines in each baby that was born. It was right after I was born. They started mangling the babies. So I came early, obviously, for a reason. And I'm here as a testimony. Now I stand 6 feet 2, 265 pounds. And I started off at just 3 pounds. Oh, my mom's heart. Oh, it must have been so hard for her. And my dad and my nan. Whew, I'm sorry I put you guys through this. But I had to come in like this. But let's keep going. Just wanted to show you guys a little bit of how I started here. So you get to understand a little bit about who I am. It has a lot to do with how I came into this place. So let's move on now. We'll get off the emotional stuff. Good morning, Mimi. Thanks for rolling in. It says, what is crack? I don't know. I'm not hunter-minded. Let's go. You guys, memes are such medicine, right? This is never going to end. You will get shown for who you are when you walk this realm. Let's get into this next one here. We got some nice calming music planned for today too. This one says, everyone I don't like is a Russian hacker. The emotional child's guide to avoiding taking responsibility for your crimes. Wah, 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 right? It's true. It's true. Next one, we got a little bit of a video going to come in. I think this is what they're doing now. We've been telling you guys war is a hoax, and they fake everything. They fake it all. And then what they do is they show you footage of other things that have happened and try to tell you that it's happening in Ukraine. Like here we've got Beirut in 2020, and they're passing it off with a little bit of a different zoom or pan and saying that it's Ukraine. Look, you can clearly see it's Beirut. It's not Ukraine, right? So, I mean, you just always got to watch. You got to pay attention to these things because they going to try and deceive you. But we flip it back on them, right? Good morning, birdie. I hear you. The birds all showed up today. This one here says, In this house, we support Ukraine. Let's go, everybody. This place is for sale if you haven't heard, right? I wonder which celebrity is going to buy it. Epstein probably needs some money from whatever beach he's hiding on, right? Let's go. In this house, we support Ukraine. In this house here, we do not support the government of Ukraine. We support the innocent people. I need me some freshly ground coffee. Do you guys have freshly ground coffee this morning? How many people in the chat ground their coffee? I did. Every day starts my day off with a rise and grind. And we do it before the sun rises. That's what we do here. Because soon I'll have to go to work too and do day jobs too. But that's okay. This next one says free speech. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and Google, and the White House. And figure out who's censored, people, and realize why, and then start fighting with them. Fight for those that are censored, okay? Here, I'll show you guys an interesting picture. Look at this one. Boom. Government repair kit right here, 2022. You saw it first. Rise and grind, people. It's now 7-Eleven. And no, Trump, I'm not saying 7-Eleven when I really mean 9-11. It is 7:11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Way to go, Toronto Maple Laughs. Letting Montreal kick their butt again. But that's fine. Sports are fixed. And all the kids in Montreal must have been so happy to see their team beat the Toronto Maple Leafs. So, let's move on from this. This one says, when it's 2022 and your savior came and went, but the swamp is swampier than ever. Come on, guys. You guys aren't still supporting Trump, are you? He's going to save us? Trust the plan? Or is it Putin now? Ukraine and Putin, man, good. Putin's going to, the deep state, they're running from Putin. Arrests are coming. George Soros and Bill Gates, and they're all going to get arrested because of Putin, right? Guess they all wear the mini hats, huh? Guess they all wear the mini hats. Bam! Do not comply. Stand up. Say no. This is a spiritual war. Your silence is compliance. You guys understand that, right? If you don't fight for your freedoms, you comply to the tyranny. The producer will be happy I got that word right. When you want to see the head of the World Economic Forum, here you go, Klaus. What awaits this man is something that's going to be, I would never even want my worst enemy to live through. But Klaus is earning his place in the lake of Gehenna. He works hard at every day. Just like I get up, I rise and shine. I get up to love you guys. I get up to put my voice on the air, to share who I am so that I may comfort you in these dark times. I want to bring light to your world. This guy wakes up to try to help tyranny, try to enslave the realm. You knows I ain't going to say no globalist nonsense here. This man here is a tyrant. Tyranny is his choice of love. And he's going to pay for every single thing. Let's look at this next one. Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's Thursday, March 17th, 2022. It says, the exact rainbow any of us sees is entirely your own. A personal yet communal gift from the laws of optics. You son of a... The rainbow was a sign given to Noah after the great flood. And there is a lot of evidence, you guys. I could... In a court of law, even though I don't believe in their stupid courts, I could present more than enough evidence to show you that there was absolutely a worldwide deluge. And one piece of evidence would be is that there's seashells and clams at the very top of Mount Everest, which is the tallest freestanding mountain today. Now, there was a taller set of mountains called the Grenville Appalachians, and they spanned most of the northern region of North America. And the Great Lakes are actually the valleys that were below these great monstrous mountains. And the evidence that I bring forth is the Canadian Shield. I grew up on it. Jason over in Wisconsin, he also grew up on the Canadian Shield too. and it is the hardest granite in the realm. And the reason why is it housed the largest mountains, I guess you could call it Mount Olympus, so to speak, that the realm had seen. And when the great deluge took place, the waters burst forth, those mountains were destroyed. And all that was left was the Great Lakes, which are the greatest of the Great Lakes of the realm. So that's a little bit of information. Let's get back into this meme. That's why rainbows are always face on. So rainbows are 2 dimensions. 2D, guys. You've never seen one at an angle. Can't see them from a side on, which forever protects the pot of gold hidden at the base. So I don't know if Neil's been following along with this channel. Hey, good morning. The resident rooster, Rudy, has showed up. So I've been fighting for this for a long time when I realized that you can't get to the end of a rainbow because it is actually stuck to a certain distance away from you. Now, there's no dome in the sky. There's no evidence to back up any scriptures that say there's a dome in the sky, okay? There's not, okay? You live in a realm. It's not a physical world. We don't need to have a dome. And plus, air pressure in a tire is the same in all different areas. Air pressure in the earth is not the same. So if we were in an enclosed unit, you could check the air pressure. It would be the same everywhere in the realm. It's not. But getting back to this, rainbows are 2 dimensions, just like the sun and the moon and the stars. We've never seen the top of a star. We've never seen the bottom of a star. We've never seen the top of the moon, the sun, or a rainbow. Never. Never, ever, ever. Rainbows are absolutely supernatural, and they were a covenant and a sign. The Father said, I will not drown you all again. 8 people made it through the Great Deluge. And it's recorded in many different traditions too. Chinese, a bunch of different places have recorded this great flood. And I can give you guys evidence, like I said. So the Father said, I won't do this again, but one day the earth is going to burn. Everything is going to be destroyed. There's going to be a new heavens and a new earth. And there'll be no more pain and suffering, and none of us are going to remember any of the bad stuff. You're only going to remember the good. But let's keep going. We're going to get into our first calming, easygoing song. I'm not going to come after Yo Hot today. I'm just going to play some nice mellow music. This one says, dropping images of unexploded Russian missile after it lands in the kitchen sink. Let's go. Do you guys remember this from last week? Good morning, Seth. This one really made me laugh. Like they're hiding the hole in the ceiling in this picture because they don't want you to see that they just kicked in a hole, and then they just sat this thing, and it landed into underneath the sink, right? Come on, guys. It's so funny. It's so funny. Makes me laugh. But we got a song planned here for you guys. It's nice. Good morning. It's now 7:17 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 8:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's listen to this song. I'll be back.
Your love takes me higher than I've ever been before, and your heart's on fire. It lights me up, but your heart aches in love, and I know it, and I know it. Your heart aches Your heart is in love, and I know it, and I know it. Your heart is in love, and I know it, and I know it. Your heart is in love, and I know it, and I know it.
This is the only morning show that's not sponsored. That was Shallou with Heartaches. Again, you can find all the content and songs in the pinned comment below after the podcast. And that was a great easygoing song to ease you into the week. Like I said, I'm not trying to come for your heart right now. Right now, at least. I might come for your heart later. We got some tabs here, guys. Have you seen what's going on in China? Shanghai, specifically. Have you guys seen? So, here we go again. It says here, situation in hashtag Shanghai. Source said we are, quote, asymptomatic, and everyone around us is sick and coughing, end quote. So the New World Order is at it again, just as they try to pretend to tell you that they're going to ease up on restrictions. So they've dropped all the restrictions here, which, I mean, we did a podcast almost a little bit over a year ago. Not a year ago, sorry, a month or so from now. And we fought back and we've showed the truth about the virology. And the very next day they removed the medical mask mandate because we showed the evidence that showed that it's absolutely bad. It's really bad for your health to cover your face like that. But they've removed all the restrictions here. But we see that the New World Order is still at it. They are going to bring it back. We don't want you guys to be caught by surprise. We don't want you guys off rolling in the flowers. Well, we do want you off rolling in the flowers, but I want to keep you guys abreast to all the situations. Okay, so the China, listen, it's spring. We're about to hit April. April brings showers that bring the May flowers, right? So we do get, our bodies go through detoxing periods. We go into a certain mode in the fall. In the north here, we prepare for the winter, right? Then when we come out of the winter, we go through another period of time where our bodies detox again, and sometimes we get coughs, sometimes we get runny noses, right? This is normal, but what you need to do is continue to fight through it, get proper exercise, proper rest, eat healthy. You guys want to know what I ate last night? Well, the night before. We've been eating mostly on a diet of, let's say, like grilled cheese and soup most nights. That's what we do. It's pretty cheap. We do fancy it up. We put some bacon on it sometimes and some other fancy things. But we had salmon, right? A nice big piece of salmon that we covered with, what was it called? It was a type of berry habanero sauce that we marinated the salmon with. I got to tell you guys, it didn't taste super fishy. It smelled really good to me. We mixed it with arugula and freshly mixed salad, which had spinach and spring mix mixed. And we put blue cheese, onion, arugula, lettuce. We had some croutons in there for a little crunch. And you mix the fish into that. It tastes really good. This is what helps us be healthy. So if we eat healthy, we exercise, we get sun, we get through these periods of time. Now, what you hold in mind manifests. So if you get sick and you get all feared out, you're going to make things worse. Stay calm and shine on. Let's keep going. This one says, for all you Bond fans out there, I can bet that it's not the last one to do so, but here we go. The famous woman in the James Bond movie was a man. We've got to talk about this, guys. We have got to talk about this. This is what they do. They love you lusting after men. And they love men lusting after other men, and women lusting after other women. That's what they want now. Okay, I'll hold that joke. But we got to call it out. We don't want anything to do with Hollywood. Nothing. Let's keep going here. In a huge blow to rainbow capitalism, Seattle Pride rebukes Amazon and drops sponsorship. Wow. Can you guys believe that? What's going on here? Right? They also dropped the indigo color too that the creator has put in the rainbow. They don't like the indigo pinkish purple color. Hey, go figure. Breaking. China begins locking down most of its largest city, we've already talked about that, Shanghai, to begin mass testing of its population of 26 million people. So here we go, people. I gotta let you guys know. I gotta show you guys. Sorry if that was loud. Sometimes the audio settings are crazy. But yeah, they're staging these. This is not real. Okay, people get coughs and colds, but remember, in China, they have the social credit system already in place. So if you don't participate in these hoaxes, you don't get to go to the store. You don't get to eat. They've already started the New World Order, One World Government system over there. They put it all into plan, and they have the greatest testing place there because they're just super populated. So they can get all the data that they need, right? Do you guys have freshly ground coffee? Are you drinking Tim Hortons? Don't tell me, all y'all Canadians, that you stopped at Starbucks, Starcucks, because that coffee is gross. Now, my mom actually knows how to make it taste good. She knows how to get the right mix. What is it? Tall or whatever. It's got this, half cappuccino, half coffee. It's got this foam on the top of it. And when I was drinking alcohol, I would put some Baileys in it, and that would make the Starbucks actually taste good. But look at this, guys. Well, if China's building them, guess who's next? These look an awful lot like your FEMA camps. And update. When we covered the Super Bowl halftime, I came out like a Lugan and said, oh, yeah, there's no symbolism or anything going on in that halftime show. I couldn't believe it. I thought, what are the rappers doing? They're not doing anything satanic. Nah, they were FEMA camp buildings that they were rapping in the Super Bowl. Shout out to Lois Lane for proving me to that, showing me that evidence. She shines as bright as the stars in the sky. But yes, this is what they're doing, people. They're showing you the rollout. They've put this in a stadium. All the Olympic stuff that they probably built there is going to all be turned into cerveza bug situations. But yes, the Super Bowl is showing you this is the next step. FEMA camps, right? Get you your head cut off. That's the quickest, easiest way out of here, right? Then you get to come back into the kingdom. But let's keep going. This one says Beijing's jump in military spending fuels fears it may annex neighbor after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So the narrative's continuing. What is it? Taiwan, right? What's next? Vietnam, Taiwan. What's China going to take over, right? They got Zelensky calling the United States of America cowards, right? That's headlines too. That's part of our headlines. We got to cover everything. It's Monday morning. It's now 7:28 a.m. Standard Central Time, which means that it's 8:28 Eastern. Let's keep going here. Sweden becomes the 22nd country to what? Remove all entry requirements. The other 21 countries, no vaccine passport or PCR test required to travel to these countries now. So, what do we see? You guys do understand that when we see one picture, we got to see what they doing behind the picture. We always look at the conspiracy inside the conspiracy, like everyone thought that the Bush and the New World Order did 9/11, but they don't look and see that there was actually no planes, and it was the miniature hat people that were celebrating and putting out the propaganda as it all went down. They had people there ready to film it. They were caught. The Mossad were caught red-handed, but they hid all that. We'll touch upon that in the future too. But what we see here, the conspiracy behind the conspiracies, they're opening up these places so that they can say we should have never reopened because now the cerveza is super strong again and we're going to lock everybody back down. So we got to keep people on our toes. We got to always be looking. We got to always be fighting back. Excuse me. You guys understand that there's always something they're hiding. What they do out in public is only to distract you. Don't pay attention to the woman in the Ukrainian dress. Pay attention you to the truth. This is breaking. Israeli PM tests positive for Cerveza after meeting Blinken. So, I mean, they're just going to constantly repeat these stories. They're just going to keep rolling them out, rolling them out, rolling them out. And we're going to cover it. We're going to be right on top of the news. That's what we do here. We don't just rise and grind coffee. We rise and we grind the truth. We mix it up. We throw it in your coffee. Now, I suggest going black. Black coffee is good. I enjoy it. It doesn't, it's better. It's more healthy. And you can really taste the flavor of the coffee. Then you know if you're getting good coffee or not when you don't have cream or sugar. Don't use sugar. It's poison. The only time you should use sugar is when you're sitting on it. To keep your ass sweet. Let's get into some more memes before we play another song. Transition over. This again. Can't believe that. At least it was a dud, right? Let's keep going here. All I'm saying is that if I got 3 of these jabolas in a year and still got this, I'd start asking some questions, right? Ask you some questions, guys. You'd best start believing in psyops because you're in one. This couldn't be further from the truth. This is the truth, 100%. But guess what, guys? We're in this together. That saying that they use to brainwash everybody into allowing the tyranny to spread. We can also allow love and truth to spread in the same manner. We're all in this together. We're going to fight for each other. We're going to stand up. This next one says, there is a reason all national leaders sound the same. Yeah, good reason, because they read the same teleprompter. They are all graduates of Schwab's indoctrination camp for young globalist leaders. All these people were raised and bred by the elite society, by the 13 families. Most people call them the Illuminati, but that's just a joke to them. Right? The enlightened ones, they're not the enlightened ones, they're the darkening ones. But yes, all these people here were raised and brought up to run the social mind control that we're seeing today. They're all puppets. They're all yes men. The real people don't come out on the TV. They pay these people to do it. Right? These are all actors. They're all liars. And they're all going to pay for everything they've done. This next one says, when you finally get a judge who understands you. Come on, rise and grind. It's 7:32. I'm RJ Shine, and I love you. You guys do know, that my name means joy shine, right? I always was made fun of. I've been made fun of a lot in my life, if you guys want to know the truth, but that's okay. It makes me funnier. So hairy ass. Oh, you got a hairy ass, right? Harris. So I never knew what my name was until Jason started doing this whole etymology thing. His name means running mountain. Laufenberg. That's what it means. It's Dutch and German. And my name, Harris, means joy shine. You guys believe that? It's hilarious. Enough about me. I don't want to be no narcissist. Narcissists are gross. Let's move on to this next one here. Get you some reading with your coffee. After this meme, we will get into the next song break of the morning. Another nice, easygoing song. It says the New World Order under the UN will reduce everything to one common denominator. Let's think about that. The system will be made up of a single currency. That's your CBDC that's being rolled out right now. Right? The CBDC currency, central bank digital currency. Single centrally. What is that? I can't. Hold on, I gotta zoom in. Single centrally financed government, single tax system, single language, single political system, single world of court of justice, single state religion. Each person will have a registered number, kind of like a social insurance number, which we already have. We already have a lot of this. Without which he or she will not be allowed to what? Buy or sell. This was prophesied in the scriptures. And there will be one universal world church. Anyone who refuses to take part in the universal system will have no right to exist. So this is what we've been saying for years now. years, people laughed at me, people mocked me, people thought I was crazy. We're talking 8 years ago when I was first new into the truth. I went around and told everybody that I saw. Now I learn to only tell those who ask or show an interest in truth. I don't shove it down other people's throats because nobody wants advice that they didn't ask for. Some people do, though, actually. But listen, guys, the one world order, this is what their plan has been for thousands of years. Now, before the Tower of Babel, they actually achieved this. We had one language, which is the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. That's why we use the name Yahweh and the name Yahweh, because it's ancient Paleo-Hebrew. That was the language before the fall of the Tower of Babel. They had one everything. When all of this stuff was already there. And that's why the Creator destroyed it. He destroyed the tower and he gave us 70 languages. 70 nations, which is the Noahide laws that they're trying to bring in now, right? Oh, don't eat an animal while it's live or something they talk about. It's just nonsense, guys. But this is true. This is what they're trying to form. This is the New World Order mark of the wild animal system. If you don't participate in it, if you don't bow down to their idols, if you don't put their jabolas in your body, if you don't cuck for the government and tout the mainstream narrative line, you're not going to be able to participate. Your car won't turn on. You won't be able to go out and get food. You're not going to have anywhere to live. But the Father who is in heaven will protect you. He's going to take care of you. And I'm going to be right here with you every step of the way because that's what we do. Good morning, Rudy. You got to wait for your food. So don't keep calling. People want to hear you too, Rudy. But let's fight back against this New World Order. This all-seeing mocking eye. F you. Okay, so the time is 7:36 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 8:37 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get into this next song, and I'll see you guys after the break.
We don't know how you found us, but we're glad you did. Stay tuned in. This is Rise and Grind with RJ Shine.
Like a bird hovering above, just a flock of birds. That's how you think of love, and I always look up to the sky, pray before the dawn, 'cause they fly always. Sometimes they arrive, sometimes they are gone. They fly a flock of birds hovering above, into smoke and turn and rise, following them up. Still I always look up to the sky, pray before the dawn, 'cause they fly always. Admit they arrive, next you know they're gone. They fly on, fly on. Oh, so fly on, right through. Maybe one day you'll fly next to you. So fly on, right through. Maybe one day I can fly with you. Fly on, fly on, fly on, fly
That was Oh Fly On by Chris and Josiah Nichols. Again, that'll all be in the links below. What a beautiful morning song, guys. Like I said, I don't just want to give you guys truth. I want to give you guys good music for your soul, too. Music is so healing, you guys. Marijuana and music. Did you guys know that I'm an absolute gardener? I still remember the first time my mom's mom put an edging shovel in my hands, a spade. It's got a flat, square nose to it. And all of a sudden I started to enjoy gardening, and I started shaping her gardens and adding to them and making different shapes and stuff. I fell in love with gardening, and then I fell in love with growing marijuana. And it became legal in the country I grew up in. My plants would be 12 to 13 to 14 feet tall. And you guys, what I miss the most, I used to give it away. I used to pack cigarette packs. I used to smoke too. I used to be a smoker. I used to pack cigarettes with weed. And then when I seen somebody out in the world, I would give it to them, especially people that were sick or in pain or sad. I would look for those people and I would give it to them. And then the next day I would always love to hear, because I don't know, there's something about free weed that always just made people so happy. And I miss that. It's illegal here, so I can't grow it. I'm not going to jail, that's for sure. But I miss giving it away. I had this one friend, he had a liver transplant because he had a serious drinking problem. And I literally taught him how to grow it himself. And the stuff that I used to deal with was called Kush. This is a morning weed talk. Share a little bit of personal stories about me with you guys. Kush. I had this stuff called Crinkle Kush. It was something that the Hells Angels were rolling with, and I got some of it. Okay. And it was super strong. Now I only use sativa because it gives me an uplifting spirit, makes me feel happy. A Kush is for more of a pain relief for someone that has a suppressed appetite, or someone with autism, or people with other types of social anxieties. You can use these different kinds. Now, I don't use Crinkle anymore, but there was nothing that made me happier than seeing somebody that was not well and come back the next day and say, thank you. I would give them a lot too. I would give away a lot. I would give away at least half of what I grew. I miss it so much, you guys. I miss that. And I miss the loons. I miss the lake, but I love it here in Texas. I love fighting in the New Jerusalem, which I call it because we're at the same latitude here in the New World. But there's a little insight to you guys, let you know why I always talk about marijuana, because I've seen it heal people. Now, the Father is all that heals. He is what does everything. But marijuana helps us get through so many tough situations. And it's something that the Satanists don't want you. They want you just to take the DMT and the ayahuasca. They say that marijuana is bad for you because it stops the psyops, you guys. If you smoke a little bit of green, all of a sudden those lies don't sound so good anymore. You're like, wait a minute. But yes, get you some CBD oil, get you some marijuana if you're in pain, if you're sad. If you need to laugh, smoke you some weed, and then listen to my voice, okay? That's my medicine for you guys. Let's get back into this morning thing. We got 15 minutes left to go. It's 7:45 a.m. Central Standard Time, and that's 7:45 Eastern, 8:45 Eastern. I'm sorry, guys. I'm making too many mistakes. Best achievement in Biden's Build Back Better nominees for the year: inflation, high gas prices, food shortages, and border crisis. So the border crisis here is a hoax. They stage these. They're fake. Conspiracy inside of a conspiracy. It's to fuel the right wing so that people can come out. They're trying to ruin America. They're flooding the country with all these immigrants that are going to take our jobs. This is not real. It's fake. The food shortages are going to be rolled out. Biden said they're going to be real. But they just stop sending the food from the factories. They create the shortages to drive up the prices and a bunch of other things. Create record inflation. But right now, it looks like the high gas prices won from last night's whatever it was. Not even going to name it. Moving on to this next one. It says your entire reality is an elaborate manipulation. It says science is constructed by intimidation. Medicine is carried out via coercion. Knowledge is destroyed via censorship. Suppression is achieved via taxation. Subservience is engineered via fear. Obedience is demanded via indoctrination. News is fashioned via propaganda. Prosperity is fabricated by currency counterfeiting. It was Isaac Newton that was a counterfeit currency guy. He was faking gold and silver and stuff. He was a gay Satanist. You guys don't know. Newton was an absolute raging fag. He hated women, you guys. He wouldn't even talk to women. He wrote love letters to another man, and we suppose that science heralds this as a real man. Put Newton in front of my face, and we will talk about what true science is. Police state is justified via staged terror. The false flags and hoaxes that they run justifies the criminal lockdown. So the Hegelian dialectic, we need more cops on the street to protect our criminal activities, says the rich people. So they run fake drills. They do a fake scene. Boston bombing, 9/11, Sandy Hook, Oklahoma. I can go on and on. They had the Aurora. They had the one in Florida, the gay nightclub. The gay guy said, pray for us. Although we don't really pray, but we'll take the prayers anyway. Culture is reshaping via programming. So they program you, but guess what? I teach you guys how to program your own self. Okay? Perception is altered via psyops. We're in one right now. Behavior is shaped via social engineering. They try to, but we rise above it. Free your world by freeing your mind first. This is a great meme. Great way to start our Monday off with. Lots of great stuff. Boom, we're going back to these. We've got up on the next award of the night. Best dictator in a Western democracy. Nominees: Joe Biden, Justin Trudeau, Emmanuel Macron, and Jacinda Ardern. I don't know if I said that name right. The producer later, when she watches this, will let me know. Justin Trudeau won. Okay, guys, if you didn't know, even though Build Back Better is not far behind, Trudeau absolutely took the cake, shutting people's single moms' bank accounts off because they supported truckers fighting for freedoms. This guy's an absolute joke. He's going to pay for everything he's done. Move on to this next one. We got symbolism. Listen, you know what makes me sick to my stomach? When I see people going around... No, hang on. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to talk unkindly. People, there's a difference between people up on the Hollywood stage like these people here, Lady Gaga. You got regular people on Facebook and YouTubes. They have some hair, a nice hair design over their eye. That don't mean they're Illuminati. It's retarded. You guys got to look at who is casting the symbols. There is a sickness that goes along with trutherism. All of a sudden, everybody's a tranny, everybody's a Freemason, everyone's a Satanist. No, you have to be discerned. You have to look at every situation and weigh the truth, or you're going to be fooled and led into another psyop every single time. But watch you out for these symbols in the mainstream narratives, okay? And choose you carefully who you call out, because if you're wrong, you're going to be held accountable. Let's keep going here. Starting to rise is cardiac arrest, right? There's so many stories, guys, that I could put on here right now. You guys would be shocked. You'd be shocked if I was to show you guys how many people, young people too, that are getting this Ebola thing. They're dropping dead. It's heartbreaking and literally heart-stopping. Let's keep going here. I don't want to make you guys cry in the morning. Nimrod, Tower of Babel. We talked about that earlier. One language, one nation, one ruler, one king. He said you must bow before these idols, right? Was it Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? I'm going to throw you in the furnace, but they didn't burn. Has to be Yahushua showed up in there. Trump Tower, Mystery Babylon, some say New York City, builder of towers, desires to elevate himself above Yahweh, and so too did Nimrod. Nimrod is the archetype for the prophesied coming of the Antichrist. So go figure. If you got an Antichrist type character here, you guys best be looking for the other Christ character too. This one here says Barack Obama's house. Look at that. Phew, what a place. Nancy Pelosi's, she can't talk. She's the Speaker of the House, but look at how she lives. And look at Bill Gates. Whew, look at these people. Look at how they live in. right? These people do not care about us. The government is our absolute enemy. They are wicked, wicked people. There's not one good one, guys. There's not. Rudy agrees. Rudy knows. Rudy knows what's up, right? Me and Rudy, we talk conspiracy. Rudy tunes in every day. He doesn't miss a show. Unless if it's raining, and then Rudy hides out in his little rain shed. But let's keep going here because it's now 7:52 a.m. Standard Time, Eastern, or Central, and it's 8:52 Eastern. This one says, I can't help thinking that this would be a better world if everyone would listen to Yahweh. Now, we don't use the word God because the word God is a pagan deity name for God real, or Odin. Odin goes back to God real, who was the fallen angel that was trapped here and hated mankind, and he set forth a plan to destroy mankind. And of course, they flip everything. They call Christ Earth Pig, and they call Yahweh, the living Father, they call him God real, which is wrong. We flip it back. But yes, if everybody would just listen to the Father and talk to him, just say, hey, help me. I need you right now. And he will show up. I promise you guys. And the more loving you are, the more truth you fight for, your world is going to change. I promise. And I'm going to be right here with you guys. I'm going to just lead the way. You know, you can follow behind me. You can come bring your soul up next to mine, cozy up to me, and I will take care of you guys. That's what I'm here to do. I am what asleep people call a conspiracy theorist, and what awake people call an informed human. This is beautiful. Look at this picture. I love mountains. Did you guys know I lived in BC for a little while? I lived in Maple Ridge on the Golden Ears Mountain. I loved it. There was this old Polish lady down the road, a babushka. I can't remember her name, but she wore these giant wooden Crocs. And she used to come watch me cut the grass and bring me like berries and stuff from the forest. She was so beautiful. She would wear this yellow bandana around her head. Oh, and she was so sweet. I couldn't understand them very well. I couldn't understand her. Now I tried. I knew a little bit of Polish. I could say Jeszta śliczna jak ty gwiazdy do nieba, but I wasn't saying that to her. But I lived on a mountain in British Columbia. And I loved it so much, but I had to come back home because my baby girl, my mom, I needed to see my girls. They were young and I had to come back home. But I did go there to actually detox. I had a problem with cocaine. Giving you guys a little bit more about my backstory. I did, but I beat it. I got back up. I beat other addictions too, but let's keep going. Psychological warfare is being waged upon you, but most have no idea they are even on the battlefield. This is what makes me sad, you guys. It really does. If people only knew what spiritual warfare was, it's not about taking up swords and guns. Spiritual warfare is about fighting for the truth. It's ultimately about loving one another. Did you guys know that love is the strongest of all weapons? Right? What would happen if two guys were getting ready to fist fight? The other guy just started hugging them, saying, I'm sorry. I don't want to fight you. I love you. What do you guys think what would happen? Right? It's probably not going to happen. You know how guys are with their ego. Nobody defeats the ego like my ego I defeated. 4,000 years later, we're back to the same language. Now, this is wrong. I'm going to call this out. What we're looking at here is a fake. You guys do understand that the pyramids are a hoax, right? That the Freemasons made their world wonders so that they could suck you into their loosh system and make you believe in that the earth is hundreds of thousands years old. It's not. They're sand castles that they formed using cement forming tools. They just made the sand into blocks and placed them on top of each other until they had their pyramid. There weren't these supernatural, powerful things at all. They're satanic and they're a hoax. But these are replicas that they've attached. You can go there. Well, you used to be able to go there. You can't now because people know that it's fake. But what you have here, these emojis, these are the original pictographic language. You guys don't understand. I do. I know. I completely understand. I use them every day. This is a hoax. These are awesome. Learn you how to use emojis. Okay? They really make people feel good. They help your message. Let's keep going. Did you know this about the Oscars? The Oscars, Osiris, this deity. So these are just ancient Babylonian Canaanite religions brought into the forefront. They want you to worship these liars that they call actors, right? That's what they want. That's what they want. Let's keep going here. We're all being played by government, corporations, media, military, police, and there's you. We're the pawns. The sooner we realize that all these corporations here are run by the Freemasons who swore death oaths we went into last week. And if you didn't catch Friday's memes of the week 10, you are missing out. It was a wonderful podcast. Wonderful. We had some great new memes, some mosaics, some forest bathing. Whew, you guys, that forest bathing one. I need to get me some forest bathing. Check out memes of the week 10 over on the Awake Souls YouTube channel. But yes, excuse me, got the hiccups. All these people are in collusion together. This is where the tyranny comes from. The Freemasons, they swore death oaths. Another hiccup. This one here says, you can't sell electric cars if, excuse me, I'm so embarrassed, if gas is cheap. Another hiccup. If you don't think that is part of the plan, you're not paying attention. Oh, that was so loud. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing. I gotta hold it together here. We're almost done at 7:58. This is Rise and Grind, and I'm hiccuping RJ Shine on time. Denialism. In the psychology of human behavior, you're not on a spinning ball. There is no earth. There is no curvature to the earth. None. Jason and I have been looking around for years, asking all the top ball earth debaters to show us the evidence of curvature. There are none. Just got that mute in before the hiccup. There are no upside down people. So like if this was real, the people on the ISS, I gotta be ready to mute if I'm gonna hiccup. They would be able to zoom in on boats upside down in Australia, people, or anyone in the southern map. Right? They don't have any evidence of people upside down. Water will always find its level at rest. Always. So denialism is a person's choice to deny reality. As a way to avoid a psychological uncomfortable truth. I can't believe I'm having these hiccups. Oh, come on, guys. I mean, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do, guys? Well, it seems like we're moving upon that end time. We didn't have an update from the Chopper today. Chopper Shine, he's doing a little R&R. He wasn't feeling very well, so I told him, hey, Chopper Shine, take the day off, okay? I got this. But listen, guys, you matter so much to me. You are all so strong. You are all beautifully made. Your flaws are actually your beautiful marks. And you're loved. And you're going to live forever. We are going to do this rise and grind forever. Okay? Even if you die, I promise you will live forever. And if you're alive, you will never die. So fight for truth. Get you up. Get eating healthy. Get forest bathing. Tune in to the Rise and Grind morning show. I promise I won't do anything but share truth with you and love you. And I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to stay right with you. Even if I go, you'll always find me in your heart. Always. You'll see me everywhere you go. But it's 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 9 a.m. Eastern. And I hope you guys got something from this podcast. Whether it be my funny hiccuping or some of the memes. I just hope that you enjoyed our time together, because what matters to me the absolute most is that we spend time together. What are we here to do? We're here to learn. We're here to go through these troubled times. We're here to fall. Because what good would just be being perfect? It's boring. You would never know what good is unless you came here and fell. And it's so beautiful to see people get back up and they shine. I love you guys so much. Again, you're so strong. You're so special. You can do anything you put your mind to in this world. I promise you. Don't let the tiny hats get you down. Justin Trudeau won't be there forever. But you will. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in today. I am RJ Shine, and this has been Monday, March 28th, Rise and Grind. See you guys all tomorrow morning. I love you.
I've been going out of my mind just at the thought of you. Oh, I miss the feel of you. It's only a matter of time before I get to be with you, before I get the feel of you. And all my hopes are all mine. I keep them alive. Nothing else can make it right. But my freedom, I'm calling. I don't know what those I have to prove. Won't somebody come and call me loose and give me freedom? I've been dreaming. I've been living through the thought of you, and there's nothing that I wouldn't do for my freedom. For my. I've still got my patience and pride, and it won't run away from me. Some things will never leave. I spent way too long being blinded. Show me the enemy. Please be a friend to me. And all my hopes and all my I keep them alive. Nothing else can make it right. Won't somebody come and call me loose and give me freedom? I've been dreaming. I've been living through the thought of you, and there's nothing that I wouldn't do for my freedom. For my I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna feel the wind under my wings. Every tear that I shed, every moment in fear that I live, and I wanna kiss the sun, hollering every truth that lives in my heart. For my freedom, I'm calling. I don't know what else I have to prove. Won't somebody come and call me loose and give me freedom? I've been dreaming. I've been living through the thought of you, and there's nothing that I